So a very good morning to all of you. So again, we are back with another topic of human resource management of BTECH ECE 5th semester, and the paper code is OEEC 506C. And our topic of discussion is workers' participation management. And this is actually the last topic of this chapter as well as this paper, that is human resource management. Right. So we'll be discussing about workers' participation management. So let us check what are the topics we are going to cover today. Number one is the meaning and need of workers' participation management. Number two, forms of workers' participation management or forms of participation. Next, schemes of participation. And the last one is the merits and the demerits of the workers' participation management. So we'll be starting with the meaning. So what is workers' participation management? So workers' participation is a system where workers and the management share important information with each other and participate in the decision making. That means both the party, both the employer and the employee, are sharing important information with each other and participate in the decision making process. So that is called the workers' participation management or workers' participation. So what is the need of workers' participation? Number one, participation in management gives the workers a sense of importance, pride, and accomplishment, because they feel they're a part of the decision-making process within the organization. Whatever is happening in the organization, they are part of it. So that's why this is the need. I mean, that help them. Number two is it gives them or him the freedom of opportunity and the self-expression. They can express themselves. I mean, all the employees can express themselves. Freedom of opportunity. Number three, a feeling of belongingness with the place of work and a sense of workmanship and the creativity. They are feeling belonging to that organization. They are feeling connected. They are feeling motivated to work for the organization. So what is the importance of WPM or the workers' participation management? Of course, mutual understanding, higher productivity, industrial harmony, industrial democracy, less resistance to the change, and the creativity and the innovation. So these are the importance. There will be mutual understanding between the employer and the employee would be much more improved. There would be high amount of productivity would be improved. Industrial harmony would be maintained. We have discussed in the industrial dispute. So if there is a workers' participation, there is a less amount of industrial dispute. Next one is the industrial democracy is high, less resistance to the change. If the people are feeling accustomed or connected with the organization, so there would be less resistance. Next one is the creativity and the innovation. Creativity and the innovation would also be there, right? Because people will be feeling encouraged to be more productive, more creative. So that is the reason this thing happens. Next is the forms of participation. What are the different forms of participation? Number one is the consultative participation. Number two, informative participation. Administrative participation. Number four is associative participation. Next is decision or the decisive participation. And the last one is the ownership participation, right? So let us discuss one by one. Number one is the consultative. Involve a high degree of sharing of the views of the members and giving them an opportunity to express their feeling. I mean, they will be participating in the consultation zone. I mean, they will be giving their own opinion about some critical issues, right? So giving them an opportunity to express their feelings about certain issues. Members are consulted on matters such as welfare, amenities, work health, adaptation of the new technology, etc. Right? So what are the new welfare amenities can be included, work related, health related, whether we should go for an adaptation of the new technology or not. So the workers will be given an opportunity to express their point of view as well. Next one is the informative. That means it is information sharing kind of thing. It ensures the employees are able to receive information and express their viewpoint. I mean, all the related information. This is the present market condition, how Corona and the lockdown is affecting our business. Give the information to the employees. Let them these things. I mean, let them express their point of view, how to handle the situation. The state of the present market, production of the sales program, organization, general running of the undertaking. So this kind of information can be given. Administrative, so in this case, it involves the greater degree of sharing of the authority and the responsibility. Here, they would be actually taking part in the administrative or the managerial jobs, being an employee as well as the worker as well. So it ensures greater share of the workers' participation in discharge of the managerial function actually. So members are given little for authority in the areas of the welfare measures, supervision of the safety measures, operation of the vocational training, apprenticeship scheme, preparation of the schedules of the working hours, breaks, holidays. So they can take part. Okay, fine. How many number of days leave would be given during Durga Puja? It is not the management is giving a notice. Okay, this is the dates for the Durga Puja holiday. No, I mean these employees will also take part that how many days of leave should be given and how that should be structured, what should be the holidays, what should be the break hour, what should be the working hours. They would be participating in taking the decision. Okay. Next one is the decision or the decisive participation. That means here you can actually take some decision. So highest, that's why it's called highest form of participation. So maximum delegation of the authority and the responsibility. They can take decision related to the concern like the economic, production, welfare, administrative policies. They can actually take the part in the decision making process. So that's why that is very important. Next one is the associative, that is extension of the consultative participation. Management here under the moral obligation to accept and implement the unanimous or the agreed decision of the employees. If the employees are giving the decision that has been accepted, then the management has to implement it, right? So that is called associative. So this is the fundamental concept of, these are the all forms of participation. Next, we will be discussing about the schemes of participation. So collective bargaining. So we have had a discussions in the collective bargaining as well as a separate chapter where both the party like employer and the employee are discussing together to come to a consensus in some work related issues. That is called collective bargaining. Works committee can be formed by the members of the employee and the employer. They can discuss together, solve some problems. Shops and department council, department wise committee can also be formed. Joint council, management represented, equal representation of the management and the member union and the employee representative should be there in the joint council. Board representation in the employees would be a part of the board representation. They would be representing the board of governors, so they would be part of the decision making process. Workers ownership of the enterprise. Sometime what will happen, the workers will be given a separate parallel management authority. They will be running that management totally. So that is the highest level of the workers participation. Next on the quality circle, small team can be formed and they can take that decision of their own to implement for improving the overall quality of that particular section. And the next one is the Kaizen, that is a quality improvement purposes. The teams can be formed and they will be working together to improve the quality of the respective department. Right. So these are all the schemes of the participation. So that's all for the workers' participations part of your this chapter of chapter number 4. So actually that's end this chapter as well as the syllabus of this human resource management paper. So we have already completed all there are 4 chapters. So we have completed all the topics related to all the 4 chapters. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. We'll definitely going to discuss and we'll be having our recap classes as well to recap all the chapters that we have covered till now. So if you find any issues, any problem, please feel free to ask me. I'll be most happy to answer the question. Thank you so much for attending all the sessions of this paper of Human Resource Management of BTECH ECE 5th semester. Thank you so much.